everybody? Welcome back. Week 11 of Crack Kills Quick Hits. Crack Kills season. The last week before we head back into the 3 rivalry games. The last week, maybe some teams have playoff hopes. The last week, some teams have title hopes. The last week, some teams may be even worried about their playoffs hope. Maybe they get a win today. World Cup started this morning. I'm sure everyone was up bright and early watching Ecuador, Qatar. Down with USA team, up with Germany team. We're rooting for the Germans. Thinking maybe a South American or African squad might win today. That's your Crack Kills World Cup analysis, which I'll be back with probably every week. Unless the Germans don't do very well, then I won't mention it. Let's take a look at the 5 things to watch for as we head into Week 11. Crack Kills season. It's getting to be winning time. Crack Kills Quick Hit number 1. Distressed denim. After a hot start, the jeans have dropped 5 of 6 and find themselves in the direst of straits. Cooper Kupp lost last week with an ankle injury. New trade player Juju Smith-Schuster immediately lost with a concussion. The jeans have turned to Matty Ice. It's a must-win game today for the Mean Jeans, taking on the Tinfoil Kings. Kings, Jeans, tied in the standings. This is a huge game for both squads. The Kings, red hot. Of course, the winner of this game not only gets that much-needed late-season win, but they get that tiebreaker since this is their only meeting. Jeans need this one. Tinfoil Kings win could be a death knell for the Mean Jeans postseason hopes. And for a team that makes the final so often, it would be nothing but a disappointment for the Mean Jeans. We'll have our eyes on that one today. We'll mention the Kings a little bit later as well. Quick hit number 2. Contenders clash? No comment in the Dimebags face off today in a matchup of Dark Horse Championship contenders. Have we ever said this about no comment? Maybe we're lying. The Bags are red hot, the hottest team in the league. 5 wins in a row. No comment, of course. Riding that roller coaster that they seem to ride every year. The threadbare no comment squad fell to King Kwan last week. But within the no comment offices, they took some positives from that loss, missing some superstars and fielding a lineup that was less than ideal, and turning the ball over as no comment is wont to do. A win for either team today would be huge heading into rivalry games, would vault them farther up into the playoff picture, maybe keeps them alive for that first round bye with a lot of help. King Henry already a rushing and passing touchdown on Thursday Night Football. For no comment to stake them out to a lead. Bags, though, just getting started. Only one player so far for both teams. This is another one all eyes will be on. The eyes will be going all over the place today with all these great games. Quick hit number 3. Business salvation? Both businesses have had a tough year. Maybe it's inflation, who knows? But both have a chance to get right today. Unfinished Business taking on King Kwan, looking for a big upset win. And the eyes of the league will be cheering for Unfinished Business. Not something that you usually say. Same thing probably true of all business, although they will be taking on a bye-filled Future Cop. Knowing a loss, though, for all business would end their season. Not just because it's a loss, but it's a loss to Future Cop. Demoralizing. All business very active in the free agent market, picking up some new players. Marquez Valdez-Scandling could be a guy to watch for all business today, as the Chiefs are without a few different players. Both these teams 4-6. A 5th win would put them right back into the mix. Tie breaks become huge. Rivalry games become the way to determine who's going to the playoffs. Both these teams still very much alive for a postseason berth. Quick hit number 4. Flying high. Superfly TNT just 1 game out, facing a sleepwalking Apes squad today. The Apes were very active this morning, picking up some players to fill in those missing spots in their lineup. Superfly, though, still heavily favored in this one. The Flies are in need help mode if they have a chance to win that pennant, but still very firmly in both playoff discussion and first round bye discussion as that 2nd seed. They can take another step towards that bye today with a win over the Apes. A loss, though, would not only hurt the standings, it would be demoralizing, much like an all business loss to Future Cop, as both teams facing 1-win squads who have barely fielded a good team this year. We'll see today. Must win for must win for Superfly, must win for All Business in their heavily favored matchups today. Quick hit number 5. We said we were coming back to him. The Tinfoil Kings. Kings Court. Tinfoil Kings rolling 3 wins in a row. Can thank Christian Watson for a lot of that. 5 touchdowns for the Bison rookie in the last week and a half. He is rolling. Looking good. Still fighting the ball a little bit, but maybe he can wear that off. Watson finally turning into that player that he was when he was drafted in the second round, and the guy that we all got used to seeing on the field in the Fargo Dome. The Kings, though, it's not just good news for that. They've got Justin Herbert getting his weapons back. They've got Justin Jefferson rounding into form. Bad news, though, Dallas Goedert going out with an injury, hitting injured reserve, will be out for a month at least. The Kings rounding into form at just the right time. A chance today to strike a critical blow to the Mean Genes playoff hopes. Kings Genes, big game. We've mentioned both teams in the quick hits. You know it's a big matchup today. Finally, let's look elsewhere. Let's look at the league leaders for our player to watch, and it's Josh Allen. Here's a stat. With 13 turnovers, Josh Allen leads the NFL in turnovers. The last 3 weeks, he has been nothing short of terrible in the second half and overtime. Horrible interceptions. The fumble last week to lead to the touchdown. He has been young Josh Allen again with some of these decisions. If Quan wants to win a title, if he wants to make it far, he will need Josh Allen to turn things around. Quan will be watching Josh Allen. I think we'll all be watching him today, but we'll be watching him play in Detroit, of course. You know, the Bills got embarrassed so bad last year in the wind, they don't get to play in bad weather anymore. Come on, this is ridiculous. If the Patriots had this weather, they'd be playing in it. If any team had this weather, the Vikings played in a horrible state after their stadium collapse. Don't get me started. That's it for Crack Kills Quick Hits for Week 11. Let's have some fun today. Good luck to everybody except the Dime Bags.